This is Primetime Mission News with an on-site investigative report from Colombia, South America.
I am Marcus Dean.
I am Dixie Dean, along with Cub reporters Wesley, Nathan, and Matthew.
Located on the northwest corner of South America, Colombia is a country of bustling megacities, rustic rural villages, and majestic mountains. Natural resources such as petroleum, gold, and emeralds abound. Exotic flowers are grown for export to the U.S. and Europe. And of course, its world-famous coffee. And bananas appear on our tables. The people are outgoing and highly expressive. Personal relationships and family are the center of their lives.
Sadly, this developing democracy faces catastrophic problems. Drug cartels and drug lords have attempted to dominate the country with their ill-gotten gains. With some of these men dead and others behind bars, the economy is suffering.
Violence continues as a non-stop problem in the large cities, with an average of 8 to 10 people killed each and every day.
Furthermore, Marxist guerrilla groups strive to take over the country.
The 35 million people of Colombia are trying to deal with these and other problems.
These religious practices help them feel good, but too often leave them feeling empty.
Others seek for solutions in education. From preschool to university studies, people pour their money into schooling.
Government leaders also seek answers through development programs. Efforts go into new roads, mass transportation, and more schools.
Though the majority of the people are looking to material solutions, they fail to find relief from their struggles.
Primetime Mission News is brought to you by Wesleyan World Missions, with ministry in over 40 countries around the world.
Primetime Mission News, hands-on investigation, has uncovered a current of events that could be called a major breakthrough in Colombia.
Our focus was on the Wesleyan Church that is spreading throughout the country. It has been discovered that God is waking up Colombians to their need to know Jesus Christ as a personal Savior, not just as someone who died on a cross. This vision, alive in the hearts of the Wesleyan people, is declared in their motto, Colombia para Cristo.
Together they are striving to bring as many people as possible into a personal relationship with Jesus Christ. These people with newfound hope are then gathered into active groups of believers. If no existing church is close by, a new one is started.
We first journeyed to the Rio Negro Church, pastored by Jorge Bernal, in 1990. Only a handful of people attended. The building was on the verge of falling down. Then God began sending in new life. Money for a new building, including both sanctuary and parsonage, was donated. God's people responded, resulting in maxed out services.
8 hours of mountain travel take us to Bogota. Under the leadership of Juan Piñeros, the Wesleyan Church in North Bogota grew steadily over 10 years to 400 people. Recently, attendance has doubled and doubled again to over 1,600 in 2 Sunday morning services. Pastor Piñeros, also serving as district superintendent, has involved many local workers to be able to keep the church growing and share his vision with the national church.
Traveling south out of Bogota, we arrive at the Wesleyan Church in Guamal. This small town is caught in the middle of political and civil upheaval. Satan brought similar turmoil to the church and appeared to have the upper hand.
But in 1995, veteran pastor Miguel Alvarez and his wife Alicia were sent to renew the vision. Now ministry is soaring and more than 200 people are being touched by the church.
The news goes on.
Churches started since 1995 share the vision of Colombia for Christ.
Each one is reaching people with the hope that Jesus Christ gives. Our investigation led us to one such church in Marinilla, 1.5 hours from Medellin. There, John Henry Quintana, a Bible school student, started this work with the help of the Rio Negro congregation. Pastor John and his new bride, Alejandra, have pastored the church in not one, but 3 consecutively bigger facilities as the congregation grew from 10 to nearly 100.
From Medellin, we move across country to Cali. In April of 1996, former District Superintendent Daniel Bernate was sent to start a church. He began with 5, his family. Within months, they had to look for a new location. A building was purchased and remodeled to accommodate 200 people.
To better share Jesus Christ, Wesleyans are finding ways to reach out to their neighbors in need.
Food baskets are found in many sanctuaries. God's love is expressed when a hungry family receives this food, opening them to hear about hope in Jesus.
Retired pastor Luis Mendoza started a unique ministry in a squatters village in the mountains that surround Medellin. He sought help from the Wesleyan Church to be able to continue the work. Along with contributions from various civic groups, he has helped bring safe drinking water and electricity to dozens and dozens of homes. More than 100 children receive hot meals each day, and a desperately needed primary school has been started.
Most importantly, a church is now among these poverty-stricken people. Bible school student Fernando Jaramillo and his wife Miriam have joined Luis. God brought Fernando out of a similar background. He knows the difference that God can make in needy, empty lives.
Under the leadership of Rogelio Cifuentes, Wesleyan teams travel to various parts of the country visiting other Wesleyan churches. They evangelize, counsel, and care for people's physical needs by giving out medicines, food, and clothing.
Ministries to women are also gaining new importance. I have had opportunities to be with groups of ladies and mothers. They eagerly listen to lessons on parenting using biblical guidelines. Hearts are open as I deal with husband-wife relationships. Too many husbands are not yet reached for Christ.
To keep the vision of Colombia for Christ growing, church workers are needed.
God has further moved, and leadership and pastoral training has been upgraded.
During our investigation, we were part of this ministry. I led the Wesleyan Bible Institute through a number of changes and improvements. First, a new correspondence course has been established. It provides a practical way for local churches to give needed training to their Sunday school teachers and other workers.
Secondly, the residence program has been restructured. Students now finish their last 9 classes while pastoring. Student pastors, such as Ruben and Janeth, are God's tools for reviving churches. This one, in the coffee-growing town of Simón Bolívar, is reaching their neighbors for Jesus Christ as never before.
Still, more people need training to help reach Colombia for Christ. I worked with Juan Piñeros and Jesus Lamus to better organize extension classes in the Bogotá North Church. These students are committed to the local work. The first graduates have moved on to be pastors and are sharing Jesus Christ to more needy people.
Leadership training is expanding into other parts of the country. Wesleyan churches throughout Colombia are offering classes to potential workers.
Beginning in 1996, I started working with Felipe Camacho to prepare him to become director of the Wesleyan Bible Institute. He is now responsible for working with students, organizing classes, and overseeing correspondence and extension programs. This is balanced with pastoring a nearby church.
Primetime Mission News is brought to you by Wesleyan World Missions, with ministry in over 40 countries around the world.
Email Newsflash. The Wesleyan Church in Colombia shares Jesus Christ with unreached people groups. God moved in the hearts of Juan and Francie Ruth Morillo. They were led to minister to an unreached tribe near the Venezuelan border. A group of believers is now established, and a member of the tribe is being trained to be the pastor. This vision has grown within the Wesleyan Church. In October of 1996, Juan Piñeros and Rogelio Cifuentes traveled to Cuba to make contact with 2 local pastors. They were able to minister both spiritually and physically to leaders and the people. Recently, the Colombian Wesleyan Church held their 2nd annual missions conference. Commitment to world missions is growing. Even the children are giving their coins.
Our investigation has revealed the impact of these God-inspired ministries. Since 1993, local congregations have multiplied from 20 to 55 in number. Their ministry outreach has mushroomed from just over 2,000 members to more than 7,300. They are driven by their vision, helping to reach Colombia for Christ.
While this harvest is great, we must say that the workers are still few.
Our investigations have further revealed that you can help to reach Colombia for Christ. Join in partnership with this growing Wesleyan church.
Your prayer and financial support of the Colombian Wesleyan Church, along with missionary families Guptels, Eckharts, and Grays, helps to prepare workers and church members for reaching out to the struggling crowds. The needed hope that is only found in a personal relationship with Jesus Christ will be shared.
Primetime Mission News' next on-site assignment is Puerto Rico. Yes, we will be doing another investigative report. Our hands-on work will put us in touch with district leaders such as Sara Perez. We will interact with Puerto Rican pastors and Bible college students. World-famous Wesleyan Academy will also be included in our report.
You can partner with us as we move on to investigate the vision of the Puerto Rican Wesleyan Church. Join with us as we discover how Puerto Ricans share Jesus Christ with their neighbors and the world.
We're in touch.
So be in touch with Primetime Mission News.